Welcome back. We are following breaking news in East Austin. One person is dead and another injured after a package exploded at a home this morning. KVUE's Jenny Lee joins us live from the scene with what we know right now. Jenny?
Hey, Nicole, and of course, we just heard from Austin Police Chief Brian Manley, and here's what he told us. They are putting out a warning this morning. Do not open any packages if you're not expecting them. This is after the second deadly package explosion here in East Austin. Now, this morning, police say residents called 911 after they heard an explosion here on Old Fort Hill Drive. That is where we are. Let me step out of the way. Still an active scene, as you can see. Austin Police out here, Austin Police, Austin Fire, FBI, ATF out here. Now, about 6:45 this morning, as I was saying, residents out here heard an explosion here on Old Fort Hill Drive. Police say a 17-year-old and a woman brought in a package from their front porch. That package exploded when the 17-year-old opened it inside their home. Now, he died from his injuries. The woman is expected to be okay. She is at the hospital. Now, perhaps what is even more alarming about this incident is that police are now tying this case with another deadly package explosion that happened on March 2nd.
We are looking at these incidents as being related based on similarities that we have seen in the initial evidence that we have on hand here today compared to what we found on the scene of that explosion that took place a week back.
Now, Chief Manley, that was Chief Manley, he says they have now changed the death of Anthony House, the victim from that first death explosion, from suspicious death now to homicide. They have reclassified that death. Now, this second package explosion is now classified as a homicide. Again, Austin Police tying these two cases together. Now, because House and the second victim from this one are both African Americans, Austin Police say that these two incidents may be a hate crime. They're not taking anything off the table, and that's why this incident is a concerted effort with federal authorities. They are using all resources available to try to get to the bottom of this investigation. That's how big of a deal it is. Now, meantime, Chief Manley warning the public again, do not open any packages if you are not expecting them. Now, I asked him at the press conference, was there any particular specific markings on the packages? And he said, of course there were, but they're not releasing that at this time to protect the integrity of the investigation. He also said they know what kind of explosive it was in this incident, as well as the March 2nd one. And again, not releasing that information at this time to protect the integrity of the investigation, because they obviously don't want the public to know too much at this time. So it's a scary situation, an alarming situation. At this point, they have now tied the two incidents together, that March 2nd one that killed 39-year-old Anthony House, and now a 17-year-old teen and that injured a woman as well. Thank goodness that woman is expected to be okay. We, of course, will follow this, continue following this. As you can see, it's going to be continue to be an active scene here in East Austin. Residents, we also failed to mention that there was an evacuation that happened. A second package also discovered at that house. Nothing happened, nothing obviously exploded. The bomb squad opened that package, nothing detonated, but they evacuated a large portion of the street just to be safe. So tense moments out here on Old Fort Drive, as you can imagine, but Austin Police taking this very seriously, and this investigation well underway along with federal authorities. Also forgot to mention that the U.S. Postal Service is also involved, and that this package is not from any vendor. So no Amazon package. It's not from a well-known vendor, is what Chief Brian Manley has said. But he's also mentioned that they're looking into to see if there was some sort of return address. All that is under investigation. Nicole, back to you. And of course, we'll have much more coming up KV News at 5 and 6.